up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Brittany, today, back with another episode. Welcome to my YouTube channel, the Let's Be Honest podcast, where we are honest my way and where we are committed to evolving and growing every single day. All right, this week alone, I definitely just want to talk about self-love. I feel like as women, we struggle. Like, we can give love to everybody else, but when it comes to giving love to ourselves, that is something that we struggle with. So I just want to hop right into it. Listen, get your notepad, get your notebook, whatever you need to write this stuff down, because this stuff is very important. All right. Self-love for yourself. Rule number one. Okay. First things first, take time for yourself. Okay. I don't think that we do that enough. Granted, we've been sitting in the house for a long time. If you've been on lockdown, we've been in quarantine. We've been sitting in the house for a long ass time. So at this moment and at this time, if you want to get away, hopefully if your city's open back up, at this point, at this time, take time for yourself. Go on a walk. Okay, go get you a massage. Okay, go do something by yourself. I feel like we are so occupied with just being around people and not truly taking time to be, with ourselves, that we get so caught up in everything else. Like, honestly. So at this point and at this time, rule number one when it comes to self-love and just taking care of yourself is pretty much just taking that time for yourself. Whether that's journaling, whether that's watching YouTube, whether that's, doing something that you absolutely love, but you're doing it by yourself and not allowing others to occupy your mind, occupy your space. Take that time for yourself. If you're a mother like myself, you can't always get rid of the kids, right? But you can force them in their room, put on some TV for a second, and really just take the time, whether you need to pray, whether you need to meditate, do whatever makes you feel better, but always take that time for yourself. Whether that's once a week, twice a week, every day, you start to get into a disciplined routine, do whatever works necessarily for you, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not gonna be able to take care of anybody else. So that's always rule number one when it comes to self-care, okay? Rule number two for me is something that I just started implementing in my life, not just, maybe for the past few years. I have been able to implement these few things, and that's pretty much setting boundaries for myself, okay? Set boundaries for yourself, ladies, all right? Fuck what everybody else talking about. Set boundaries for yourself. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing, okay? And if you are struggling and you're like, well, what boundaries? Think about something that you set a goal on in life and you weren't able to accomplish. Think about something that you were able to start, but you never truly finished it, right? Setting those boundaries pretty much come into place when it comes to, sticking to that goal, okay? If you set boundaries within yourself, then everything else that's coming at you will learn to respect your boundaries because you have them for yourself, okay? That just goes right back to taking time for oneself. If you don't do it for you, people around you will not do it for you, okay? So then you'll be stuck trying to figure out why the hell everything keep happening the same way. Then you'll be stuck trying to figure out why, this person is treating you that way, why this person, or maybe we running into the same men, or maybe everything, like we have those same friends. You can't get out of that circle or that momentum, all right? Listen, set boundaries for yourself and stick to them. That is the goal. Easier said than done, but once you start setting up those boundaries for yourself, you'll see your life start changing drastically, okay? Drastically, whether it's friends, relationships, mamas, daddies, uncles, sister, cousin, whoever the hell it is, set them boundaries, okay? Set them for yourself. Make sure you can once you set them for yourself, you're good to go. I promise, all right? Third on my list, hey, third on my list, hey. Third on my list is physically, okay, I'm about to say this, and I ain't the best at this either, okay? But I know when I am sticking to this, I know that it's beneficial for me. Third on my list as far as self-care is making sure that we are physically fit, okay? I don't know how to stress that enough, all right? If that goes back into taking time for yourself and making sure that you're going to go exercise, ladies, that's very important, okay? We can't miss that. Men can go, they can eat whatever they want to do, they do whatever. Men drop weight like this. But when it comes to us as women, oh, baby, listen, okay? We be having children and all this other extra bullshit going on. Understand me when I say physically take care of your bodies, okay? Watch what you're eating. You just can't be going up to McDonald's feeling like you're finna eat McDonald's today and then you want to eat a salad tomorrow. That ain't gonna work. Now, it can work, but the successful rate of it is pretty slim, okay? So understand, making sure that you're exercising, making sure that you're drinking your water. These are all important, especially as adults, okay? Vegetables and water are your friend, boo. Don't run from it. Okay? So physically taking care of your body, making sure that you're staying in shape, making sure that you're putting the proper making sure that you're placing the proper nutrients in your body is always a part of the self-care act. Okay? So I just want to rewind really quickly, go back. What was number one? Y'all remember number one? Taking time for yourself. Okay? I'm just reiterating this so y'all can go through. Taking time for yourself is very important. Number two, setting boundaries for yourself, ladies. Don't forget that. Once you set them for yourself, you can set them for everybody else, all right? And number three is making sure that we stay healthy and making sure that we are exercising and making sure that our heart is pumping because, baby, we want to live for a long time, all right? Long, long time. All right, my favorite one, number four. All right, my number four. Okay, I'm gonna quit. I just wanted to do that because I don't be having nothing else to do. And this is my last point. And when it comes to self-care and when it comes to being disciplined and when it comes to all of these things, this wraps up in everything that it requires for you to take care of yourself and have very self-care momentum. All right. Rule number four of the self-care action is to pretty much take care of your mind. Oh, Brittany, how you do that? How you do that? Watch what you're watching on TV. If you scrolling all day on social media, what is that doing for you mentally? Okay, take some time to read books. All right, read a book, listen to a podcast, elevate yourself. Okay, stop listening to the gossip. All right. Take care of your mind, all right? Watch what you talk about with people. If you always find yourself talking shit about people or other people are coming to you and talking shit about whatever, take yourself out of that element for a few moments and figure out, is that really necessarily helping your mind grow? We want to prosper here at Let's Be Honest. And in order for us to prosper, we have to be able to take ourselves up out of situations that we don't need to be in the first place, especially as grown women. Okay, so at the end of the day, for me, your number four, your main thing that ties into everything that we just discussed is pretty much just taking care of your mind. Take a step back, look and see what's going on in your world, figure out what you need to maneuver, figure out what you need to be able to compartmentalize, and figure out what works out for you. Whether that's going to therapy, again, whether that's working out, whether that's reading, do something for you. Self-love is very important. Again, I feel like we give self-love to everybody else, but when it comes to ourselves, we struggle with it. And then we wonder why we're so stressed. And then we wonder why we're gaining weight. And then we wonder why all of this other extra shit is going on, but we're not taking care of oneself. I just gave you the 4 tools to it. It's again, easier said than done, right? It's so much easier said than done. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like those 4 tools, if you start implementing those in your life right now, you'll be successful as hell. And then once you start growing, you can start growing on what you already know. Okay, life is about prospering. Life is about growing. Life is about being authentically yourself, but also being able to be in tune with yourself. Okay, and if you get past that stage, oh baby, you got it. Okay, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, baby, you need to subscribe because every week I'm coming at you with something new because we're going to get better. All right, we're going to get better. We're going to remain better because every day involves growth. All right. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and necessarily do so now. Click that awesome button. If you are also a subscriber, I cannot wait to see you guys next week. We're going to hop right into it and we're going to talk about the great part of relationships. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to see y'all next week.